Welcome back to the channel, guys. The Wishing Well results are in, and we'll be breaking those down in this Solasta news video. Starting off strong here, we have the monk with the Way of Light. Stay in the light, friend. Such a simple expression, yet most forget its origin. After the cataclysm, many struggled to survive in the dark times that loomed over Solasta. The Way of Light appeared around that time, with its practitioners helping to keep isolated settlements safe from many creatures of the dark that lurked around. Tradition features. At level 3, Luminous Key, you learn the Light and Shine cantrips. Whenever you hit a creature with one of the attacks granted by your flurry of blows, they automatically start emitting bright light until the end of their next turn. At 6th level, you gain Radiant Strikes. Anytime you strike a target affected by Shine or Luminous Key, you deal an additional 1d4 radiant damage. Level 11, Blinding Flash. As a bonus action, you can spend 2 key points to generate a blinding burst of light. All creatures within 3 cells of you must roll a con saving throw or take 3d6 radiant damage and become blinded until the end of their next turn. Half damage on a success. And the contributors for this subclass was ADHD TV. My thoughts on this class is very positive. Light is one of those things that can be a tricky thing in Solasta, depending on your party makeup or if you have to use a hand to carry a torch. But this class, this monk class, appears to, if used properly, take care of that for your party. Never have to worry about using the light cantrip again, because it's just being taken care of for you in combat. The only thing I think would be a drawback is the blinding flash. It says when all creatures within 3 cells of you must roll a con saving throw or take 3d6 radiant damage. That includes allies too, and so you're kind of just wanting to be sending your monk in there almost to be drawing aggro and use this ability, not having all of your fighters and paladins and rogues right nearby for when they're popping off that blinding flash. But all in all, I really like the vibe that this subclass is giving off. Next up, we have the Bard, the College of Heroism. Bards from the College of Heroism aren't content with just telling stories. They must be part of it. Their thundering voice ensures their allies are always at their best, and at their side, even the most cowardly soldiers become stalwart combatants. Even at times most dire, the tale will not end with a Heroism Bard in your party. College features. Level 3, Bolster Morale. When an ally uses one of your Bardic Inspiration dice, they roll twice and pick the highest result. Level 3, Heroic Tale. Use an action to bolster an ally you see within 30 feet or 6 cells for 1 minute. They gain advantage on all saving throws and immunity against frighten and fear effects. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. Level 6, Thundering Voice. Whenever you grant Bardic Inspiration to an ally, the closest enemy within 60 feet or 12 cells must make a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 Charisma mod plus Charisma mod thunder damage and have disadvantage on their next attack roll. Half damage is affected on a save. Not currently planned, but design only. Level 14, At Road's End. When an ally you can see within 60 feet or 12 cells is reduced to 0 hit points, you can use your reaction to make them fall to 1 hit point instead. Once you use this feature, you cannot use it again until you finish a short or long rest. And the contributors were Tristan Townsend, William Sweden, and Slivers. I am sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. I think this is a really solid Bard, which was not something I was actually kind of expecting. I was for some reason expecting the Bard to be kind of one of the weaker of the subclasses that we got here, but I think it's actually going to be really good. I think Heroic Tale is really good, probably against certain creatures or different encounters in the game more than others, but having immunity against those frightened and fear effects is going to be really good against bosses, especially in the main campaign. And the Bolster Morale, I think getting advantage on your inspiration dice is just a great feature, and it makes this specific class stand out and also makes that bardic inspiration that it deals out much more valuable. But all in all, I am very excited to play a College of Heroism Bard when it finally comes out. Last but certainly not least, we have the Warlock with the Timekeeper. Timekeepers are strange and mysterious, entities who exist beyond the fabric of space and time, and you've made a pact with one, allowing you to make small adjustments in the endless flow of the river of time, as unnatural as it may sound. Patron features. At level 1, Curse of Time. Whenever you damage an opponent with a spell, they become afflicted with the Curse of Time. Enemies under the Curse of Time take half your proficiency bonus rounded up force damage at the start of their turn for the next minute. At level 6, you get Time Shift. After you take damage, you can use your reaction to revert time. You briefly disappear in a time rift and heal back the damage you received. You are considered banished until the start of your next turn. After you use this feature, you cannot use it again until you complete a long rest. In level 10, Accelerate. You can use a bonus action to briefly accelerate an ally other than yourself within 30 feet. They gain the effect of haste until the start of your next turn. However, they do not suffer from lethargy when Accelerate ends. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus per long rest. Not currently planned, design only. Level 14, Time Warp. On your turn, you can take one additional action. Once you use this feature, you must finish a long rest before you can use it again. And the contributors were Christine Price, Nathaniel Wheatley, Zylant says, and Sci-5. Well, this class might be just the most interesting of them all. I think out of all these abilities that all of the classes have had, I think Time Shift is my favorite. Just letting you basically banish yourself to regain all of the damage you lost. I'm wondering if this would cause, like, say if the Minotaur, the jacked up Minotaur, spoilers for Lost Valley, but if the Minotaur in Lost Valley hit you and it does all that damage to you and you're a low level character and it like dropped you to 0 hit points, if you could then use the feature to basically reboot yourself right back up to top HP if something knocked you out like that. If so, that would be an insane ability, basically nerfing that some character's big damage output if you could get the aggro put on this Warlock. But all in all, I am extremely excited to play this class. Hope that they stays as is and they don't really have to change anything. But I really, really like the whole concept and just where they're taking this. I think this is a really good choice. Good ideas that people put into these wishing well suggestions, and they were saying that they got over 1,000 entries. So good on you guys. Great ideas. Hey, if yours didn't make it, maybe they'll put it in for the next one. Who knows? Congratulations to all you guys that put those submissions in there and those who they took inspiration from. Just want to give a shout out to Lee Hield, who did the fantastic artwork. I mean, it was really, really great for this. And just check her out on Instagram or Twitter if you can find her. And I'll leave a link down in the description for the Twitch VOD. If you want to go watch the Wishing Well stream yourself, I'd highly recommend it. Anyways, you all have a great rest of your day, and don't forget to like and subscribe.